Hey everybody, we got a new project in the shop. It's right here, so stay tuned and watch what we're gonna do with it. Need to put this machine, I don't know what you really want to call it, because it's got all different types of attachments. It is a made in Italy BCS 749. I don't know if that's the number, maybe that's his racing number. But anyway, we got that. We got this front attachment. We've got all these hand tools, buckets, wheelbarrow. All of this needs to go in this trailer. We're also going to be installing lighting and a power bank. So right now I'm just kind of pull everything out and we're going to see what we can do for arrangement. I know the wheelbarrow is going to be the biggest hassle. It's huge and we got to figure out a way to get it in here that we can get it back out of here without too much struggle. Like I said, the mower's probably going to go here, some attachments here. I'm thinking hand tools here, maybe a little workbench across the front with a couple containers in it. That's kind of the idea right now, but I'm going to pull everything out, get some of my stuff laid out, and see what all it's going to take to fit all of that in this box. Just curious if any of you know how to run this thing. And I'll show you, you know, I can typically figure out how to run something. But, I mean, there's that knob, that lever, that lever, that lever. And then there's that knob, that knob, that knob, that knob, that knob, that lever, and that lever. And then there's a key and there's a choke. What else? Oh, there's this knob. I guess that's it. Super easy. Well, we got the inside of the trailer laid out and now we're working on a couple of things. One of these things that we're working on is, if you notice, the bottom of this trailer is completely uncoated. So this thing's going to be used all times a year, and we can't have just raw plywood with zero protection underneath the trailer. We got some material. It's specifically made for coating the bottoms of trailers, and it's all packaged up here. But I'm going to get that out, and I'm going to coat the bottom of this. I've got 2 gallons, so that should be plenty to do this. But we're going to do that first, and then we're going to work on the rest of the build out for inside the trailer. All right, she's all coated. All nice and undercoated everywhere on the bottom. Kind of hard to show you, but you get the point. Came through here and coated everything. Came back through the brush and touched up all the little spots. And it was definitely not very fun because I did it on a creeper, but looks good. Well, it's time to start building out the inside, and I made this little template out of cardboard. You can see the front of this is a V-nose, and I want to build a workbench up here, so this is going to be really close to what the shape should be. Just took a bunch of cardboard, cut it to size, taped it together, and I put some braces on it to kind of hold it in position. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to transfer that pattern onto a piece of wood, and that will give us the top to our workbench. And we're also going to build some shelves up here, so that'll be our shelf template as well. We got the lights installed. We just did 2 strip lights. You can see it's extra super bright in here, so plenty of light. Could throw another one in, but it really doesn't need it at all. It looks a little darker on camera than it actually is in person. And there's that shelf we built. So I just did a couple of support boards coming up from the bottom, a couple of boards to back up the back there, and then one nice across the front, this guy here just for some support. It is nice and stable. So now I'm going to copy that board so that I can do at least one shelf up here. I might see if I can do 2 small shelves. Yeah, I'm gonna cut one first, and we'll see what the spacing looks like, and then we'll decide if we want to do 2 or not. I think it looks good already.
It's definitely.
It's almost done. So we're doing a good job, is what you're saying.
Yeah, this is the professional way to do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go see if I can get my truck out, and I'm gonna run to the store. So, I sanded all this with 40 grit. So, if I'm not back, feel free to sand that thing and blow it out or whatever you want to do next. Do we absolutely need a tarp, or can we use the wrap material? And
we could use that stuff.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna buy a big roll.
If you want to get a bunch of that stuff, we can just.
All right. Well, Brandon's about got this prepped on the perimeter. He's gonna sand that. I got to run to the store. So.
Hurry on.
I'll be back. I decided on a mask. The stuff is heavy enough. It was sitting down on the. It was sitting down on the bottom, but as soon as I started running that air sander, the air blowing out of the sander started stirring it up. So it wasn't really a matter of the sanding dust on its own. Ow. Oh, I just snapped that on my ear. That hurt. Yeah, it wasn't that as much as it was, like I said, just the blower out the back of that sander blowing that stuff all over me. Anyway, I'm going to the store. Well, Brandon got everything prepped, all cleaned up, blowed out. And so the next thing that we have to do, I guess, is remove the shovels. And then I got some painter plastic down there that I'm gonna wrap this entire thing in. So we're gonna get the entire outside completely wrapped so that no overspray can get on anything. Yeah, we don't exactly know what we're doing. I mean, Brandon has done this professionally, but not with this exact material.
I hinted at it professionally. I apprenticed for a few days.
He apprenticized it. But either way, he knows more than I know. But this is a new process that we're working on. Yeah, I mean, we did watch a YouTube video.
That's fine.
And then, you know, you guys will be watching us on YouTube. So if this goes well, you can either watch the real YouTube video or you could just watch us do it. Well, got everything masked off, and now it's time to try out the new tool here that we have. So, wish me luck. Well, I'm about to get started. Never done this before. I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but I did watch one video. So, get out there and try shit. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. But get out there and try things. So we got a lot going on here. We got this guy and that guy, and that guy, and this thing. And
It's kind of cool. See that? All right. What? Just for you?
I think this is the last one you got me last time.
Could be. Okay, we got that. Look at the other thing.
All right, so the floor coating's done. Turned out decent. It's got some like shinier and dull spots, but you know, this will be dirty in like 3 days and then nobody's gonna care if it has a shiny and dull spot. So it's not a big deal since it's not a truck bed. I think it turned out good and it's sealed. That's kind of the important part. But kind of want to give you guys a walkthrough on what we did with tool holders. Now I do have more stuff to go in here, so I'll pop back over here. But this is just kind of what it looks like empty. We've got power tools over on this side. We've got little area to charge our batteries. This is the plug that actually can plug into the wall if you want to charge the power bank separate of solar. So we got solar panels on the roof, and then these are essentially batteries. This one's the controller and this one's the accessory battery. And you see right now it's got 95%. It says it'll run everything in here for like 5 hours. That is because it's charging these batteries right now with just the lighting, and we've got a really nice exhaust fan with just that running. This thing will run like 9 hours. So it's pretty nice. Got a little workbench area. Got a spot for you know, power tools over here. You just flip those off and you can lift them out of the holder. Easy to put back. Same deal. Got spot for shears. Just drop down in that little cubby. The wheelbarrow goes here. This is a spot for saws, so they just slide down in there just like a knife block at your house. Another power tool. And then these are all for shovels and rakes and things like that, but I'll show you those when we get them installed. But like I said, I just kind of want to give a walkthrough on all the things we built, because I realized last night when I was editing the video that I didn't have footage of this. I don't know what happened to it. I built all this stuff for camera, and then I lost the footage. What we ended up doing was this 3/4 inch plywood, and we glued it with construction adhesive to the wall and then screwed it on. It'll hold a lot more structure than this particle board. So I want to make sure that, you know, this thing bouncing down the road didn't tear out the wood. And so I just backed it up. We didn't want to make it a whole lot heavier, so I didn't skin the entire inside. But this still gives us all that structure that we needed for the weight of these things. Is not a big deal. We use PVC to trap these, so they're super easy. They just drop down in the hole, and then you got a bungee cord that holds them back so they don't pop out of the slot. Ceiling exhaust fan is one of my favorite things. It actually blows in or out. It's got a rain sensor, so it'll close itself if it's raining, which is really cool. I've actually never seen one that has that before. But you can see right now, automatically closing. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. We got to put the mower in there. I still got to make the mounts for this. So I'm gonna get this loaded in there so that I can put the D-rings in the floor for this, and then the other attachment gets some D-rings. So that's my only thing really left to do. So I'm gonna get those put in, and then oh, one last thing. So this trailer is a single axle, super lightweight, especially in the front. When loading this mower, or sometimes even if you got a person or two walking in the back of this, it tends to want to drop the back end and lift the front if it's not attached to a truck. So I put in these drop legs and we built this bracket that attaches to the side of the trailer here, and then drop leg just goes in, you can pin it, and then you can crank up on the crank or crank down on the crank to level it, and it puts some tension on here, and then the back of this can't flop down when you're trying to load onto it. So that was something we did, and I did it on both sides just to give it plenty of stability so that, you know, there's no issues when loading or unloading anything. Well, here it is, final walkthrough. Got all the equipment mounted. Got the tie downs put into the floor. You can see we have all the power tools up. And all the hand tools mounted as well. Very nice organized trailer now. Lighting, fan, it's actually staying pretty cool. They've got pockets up here to put anything they need, a little workbench, storage up top. And everything inside, like I said, got a little area that we can walk in and work. But yeah, overall, this thing is pretty freaking sweet. That's going to button up our Whatever Wednesday for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you could, give me a like, give me a comment, and don't forget to follow, because we're going to be doing all kinds of builds, releasing weekly or Whatever Wednesdays, or kind of just a video for something random that we're doing in the shop. And then we're also doing the full build series, which you're going to see a new video coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for the awesome new video we got coming out tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.